Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Surviving Mars. We are underway to make it to the final 218 people to our objective, and we are doing well. Have a little bit more to go, but we will get there, of that I am certain. Alright, so I just realized a while ago that I forgot that these were buildable areas for little decorations and the sort. Now I'm just going to quickly check through our domes and to see if there is anywhere that we need to fill in with some kind of decorations to make people happy. Because if we can keep our population happy, that will work best for us in the long run. And so far, I think we've actually done a pretty good job through no fault of our own. Yeah, that's going well. Pandora, again, doing well. And M6117 is still doing good. Alright, cool. Well, I'm glad we got that sorted, and we don't have to worry about that. They're getting the optimal results. How many jobs do we have available here? We have 8 available jobs. But again, how many... you know what? We can open those up. That will be of a significant boost. University will do well. All of these seem to be doing a-okay. Alright, what other... How many more residencies do we have? We have another 47. So we need another 27 jobs between these two here. Okay, well, you know what? That should not be hard to do. Let's just prepare that eventuality. So let's go to services. We'll do some more workshop here. And you know what? I think we'll just do that twice over. Oh. Yeah, so they have a total of, what is this? Is 18 jobs. With an extra 18, that'll bring us to, what's that, 36? So that'll bring us up to 50, so we'll probably need to cut back a couple of jobs. But all in all, I don't think that will be an issue. Yeah, especially too once we make sure that... Wait a second, let's select dome, there we are. We will say births are forbidden when full. Hopefully we will have reached a point where if for some reason they reach population cap, we will still be alright. You know what? It's actually not bad, all things considered. We have... What is it? We have an amphitheater. We have a diner. Actually, we have an infirmary. Do we have 2 diners, or is it just the one? Well, I know they need food. At some point, we may swap that open-air gym out for maybe some other recreation buildings. Maybe an extra diner and, I don't know, maybe an electronics shop or something. But until then, I don't think we're really worried until that population starts to grow. Alright, let's check out our other dome here. So, Glendathu. How are we looking here? Again, colonists doing pretty good. Oh my goodness, hang on a second. I just realized that we had sent a ship back. And yeah, we have passengers on board, which we should probably feed. And house at some point. Alright, so we have a total of 30 odd people who could live there. 20... 40 capacity, definitely not capacity. Yeah, you know what, maybe we're going to drop them off at Pandora. We can shuffle some people around. Yeah, we still need to shuffle a fair few around actually, but I think Pandora is going to be the place to be. So let's drop them down. Can't land. Oh, of course, dust storm. How long have you got to live? 82 hours. Well, that's what is it? 3 days and 7 hours according to Martian goals. So we'll just have to make immediate note that the moment that that dust storm is over, we bring them down so they don't accidentally starve to death. We have not made that mistake in this game yet, and I would kind of like to avoid making it in the future too. So you know what? I think since we have nothing else to do, let's go ahead and do this upgrade for the excavator. Again, definitely superfluous, but we have nothing else to do. So let's go to our resupply and spend some of our money and pay for a ton of machine parts, because why not? We have so much money. We'll launch that off. And what's that? We need to do 2 full trips, and that will definitely pay for that. And again, if we can max out our
space elevator.
Yep, thank you very much. If we can max out the concrete, we'll be at a very nice space. Alright, let's go ahead and purchase all of those. We'll launch them again. You know what? I think that's pretty good. Alright, and yeah, we're delivering a whole ton of resources. This is going very well. Yeah, so handy. And we're also back in the positive yet again. How are our polymers going? Yeah, again, our polymer production is improving. You know what? Just for the sake of spending money, I guess, let's go ahead and... what should we do? Yeah, let's buy a whole bunch of polymers as well. And you know what? Let's also buy another round of... what do we want? Oh, we don't need electronics. Could go machine parts, maybe. No, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do that. And we'll launch them off. Again, that'll slowly trickle into our economy. We should have... you know what? I almost feel like we should have our own dedicated...
we have a delivery on the space elevator.
Shuttle hub for our space elevator. So you know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to place you right there. And we're also going to go ahead and do another drone hub, because there is really... well, there's no real issues, but again, I'd like to think from a in-game logistical, like, you know, part of the world we've created, it would make more sense for them to have a whole bunch of logistical dedicated drones to do everything. You know what, we'll unpack another 5. You know what, let's make that 12. Nice even number. And that should do for that. And again, it'll never hurt with the rest of our logistics having more vehicles around. Now, we still have an RC Safari transport. Yeah, a couple of transports. Yep, that'll all go nicely. Alright, so you know what? We'll actually prepare to launch, I think. Let's, this SFAR right here. Can we... we're going to send you on an expedition. We could send 4 botanists. Or we could send an RC Safari. And you know what? That's what I think we're going to do. I don't really want to send anyone from this dome on any missions, just because, again, we have that working fairly well, and we don't want to take out of that. Alright. Now, things are... yep, time is ticking down. We still have the dust storm almost gone. How are these things going? Fuel refineries. You know what? We should probably upgrade them. Yeah, why not? Plus 20% production. No reason why we shouldn't. And you know what? Let's also go for the amplification. Alright, cool. Just make sure that that's all going well. I don't think we are in any remote amount of danger. Yeah, we are sitting on a ridiculous amount of fuel. But I feel like since we're creating so much water from our vaporators and all when we don't have dust storms, we may as well spend it on something like building up to another finite resource. Alright, so this is still working. That's getting upgraded. That's all a-okay. And you know what? Is that actually working? Storage space is full. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, of course. That's not working because, again, with the... Let's do a large dumping site and we'll just pop that there. Yeah, because again, of course, if you're full, you can't keep working. And now we have neural empathy. Nice. And we'll pop another one of those on. As you can see, they make a fairly decent step up from each one, so that's what, a good 1,000... What's that? 1,200... 1,000... What? Hang on a second. Why can my brain not math? Going up by about 350 every time. Yep. Oh no, sorry, 1,350. 1,350? Yep. Okay, cool. Now, for a moment then, that made no sense to me whatsoever. And oh my, our concrete is actually rather crazy. We have silly amounts of that here. Is that what we're like at every other storage depot? Not yet, but not far from it. Okay. Alright, so our population is now over 800. This is fantastic. Oh, and the dust storm is over. Let's just pause for a second. Pandora. You know what, you still have a full day. We don't have to micromanage the time that severely, so that's all well and good. Alright, here you go. Welcome to Mars. There we are. Well, it's fantastic to think back in when we started we could only bring in 20 people and now we're almost doing 3 times the amount, which is something quite remarkable.
Have arrived.
And not to mention we can actually sustain such a large population too, which is very good to see. Oh, it can repair it. Why are you not repaired? You know what? Let's go ahead and add a little bit of a... What should we do? Just a single universal depot? What buildings? What, they need concrete. Actually need pretty much only explicitly concrete for our maintenance. Huh. You know what? That's not too bad at all. Yeah. Alright, well you know what? Let's go ahead and just do a little depot then of concrete storage, and we will pop you right about here, right near the dome, and we will say we want you to be permanently filled. Yeah, 180. That way we don't have to worry about the logistical lag of finding out and then sending a drone all the way over and all the way back. We'll just have a very quick access. I think that would be very good to have. Right, and oh, that's right. We were also going to do a farm on each of our new domes. Did we ever do that with this one? I don't know that we did, but our oh, hang on a second. Yeah. That being said, though, if we look at our food supply, we have grown a fair surplus over the last couple of days. I'm guessing comes straight down to the fact that we had a very small population in Vulcan. Yeah. But now that that is fixed, more or less, I think we are doing well and truly alright. Yeah, again, we have more people than we could possibly need, but it is meaning that we actually get done what we need to get done. Alright, well that's a good sign, and again, this is up and running. Yeah, this is good. Alright, hang on a second, should we... Let's just check our drone hub for a second. We can reach all of this, but we can't reach over there, and I think maybe that's partly why the rock waste got filled. So let's just go ahead and grab a drone hub. And can we pop that right next to... Yeah. We'll pop that right there, and that should then cover all of this area. Yeah. Again, a couple more drones isn't really an issue. They don't require power nor maintenance. So that should be all good. Oh, also too, that was one thing we never tried to do, wasn't it? We never did a recharge station. I know it's a silly little thing, but I dare say that having a couple of these things fritzed around our bases would be quite a benefit, all things considered. So let's do one up there. We can also do, what is it, another one, say, here. We'll do another one here. Yeah, let's just start scattering these things around, like especially near the storages. I think that would make a ton of sense, since at the end of the day, they are going to probably be there a fair bit of the time. One right next to power generation. You know what? They're not going to get enough use. They're still pretty well secured. Let's go for another one here, and again another one over here. Where else? Let's just put one there. Yeah, let's just scatter these about for kicks and giggles.
Complete.
Yeah, you know what? We can probably do one near a couple of these, just for the sake of how many drones are in this area. And even put one over here. Yeah, I think that would be a great idea. Right, they're all fine. They're always covered. If we just scatter these about here and there, I think that would be very beneficial. Especially with all of the vehicles that do require maintenance. Alright, so that's all of those. And now we just had, what was it? Maybe like Glendathu? Yes. Glendathu here, my little friend. Probably need a few recharge stations. We'll do another one near here. And again, a couple on either side. Because why not? Actually, it's a good way of filling in some of these blank spaces in between all of those buildings too. It does make a ton of sense. Especially in the areas that are crossover between drone hubs. I think that makes quite a lot of reason. And we'll do that. Fantastic. Alright, now what are you doing? You are... Oh, you're loaded back up to go to Earth? Well... Do we do one final run? We may as well. Let's launch you back to Earth. You got all of the resources and the like. I gained a couple of resources. Again, more just for the whole, the prestige of showing that we can host our own monetary missions. Yeah. Alright, now let's just check. Okay, we just made it over the 900 mark for a couple of seniors passed. Alright. We're doing not too bad. We've got more children than youth. That's not a bad thing. We have a whole ton of adults. And almost, what is that? Yeah, that's over half our population is middle-aged. Ooh. Well, good thing is we've stemmed off the whole late, what is it, turning into a senior and dying, so that's, they'll still be productive for a while. Oh, hang on a second, there's a recharge not working? Ah, poor little thing's not plugged in. Alright, well, you know what, we can fix that. Let's run a little cable.
Funding received.
Yeah, you know what? As long as it's connected to one building, that's all that matters. Alright. Let's go out of there. Now, what else should we do? We have plenty of polymers, plenty of materials. Yeah, food's still going up. That's great. Plenty of water in excess. Yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, let's land our payload about, I don't know, here will do. That seems to be one of our main hubs these days. And we will see if there is anyone left who would like to try out to come to Mars. So let's just go through our filters. I don't think we have... Yeah, that's all fairly standard. We'll go back. Specializations, we've said no to tourists, which there are 10 of. But again, they're not particularly useful to us because we have to send them home anyway, so that's no good. And then, no, we'll say yes to middle-aged. We'll get a couple more. Hang on a second, it says only 4 of 6. Alright, let's apply that. What are the filters? We've said no to the tourists. That's why we don't have them. Alright, well, let's send in our final 30 applicants, I guess. We will... Oh, wait. We will, yeah, let's send in these final 30 and see, yeah, see how that goes. We've now depleted Earth of people who want to be on Mars. That is... You know what? I feel like that should be an achievement in itself. We've used up all the enthusiasm of the Earthlings. Alright, now this is Glendathu. We can still fit another 8 people, okay. Job spots here are 6 that we have left over. 3 there. But you know what? We can do that. Did not realize that that wasn't working. And... University, school, that's all going well. People are well educated. Averages of everybody is exceptionally high. Okay, maybe we could do... What is this? More playing and more... Shopping, dining, social? Okay. What goods could we... add to the mix? Luxuries. We have luxury and shopping, so an art store. We could also do... Now, maybe we go for the store. The store could be pretty good. Although, a low-G tourist... the amusement park could be useful. But you know what? I think we're going to go with the art store. It's not a huge endeavor, but it is quite nice. And then maybe we also open up, say, another run of housing. And I think we'll stick with our idea of maybe doing a smart complex. I think that would be fairly reasonable. They seem to... go rather well, and we won't overpopulate any domes, but it will open up another... Yeah, that'll bring us to like 20 spaces. Yeah, and if we need, we can even do one more. Yeah, I think that should work well. Right, hang on a second. We have a mystery log history of events. This was going back to the spheres. Oh, okay. It just... Oh, it does disappear. Alright, now this one here is heavy. Now, let's go ahead and unpack 5. That seems a reasonable idea. That is a very heavy logistical run, it seems. You know what? We should also probably make sure we have a food depot there. Again, I don't want to risk us ever running out of food. We've been in this situation before. It is never good. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. And we have the security station that is sometimes on, sometimes off. Okay. That is fine. That will sort itself out. Plenty of kids. How many can we fit in there? We have 8 in a nursery. But a school has room for, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. So realistically, we could do a second 2 nurseries for every school. It's not a bad idea. But it's also not terrible leaving it just with the 1. Because if we have 1, the rest of the kids will take up a regular space, and then when they go to school, and then university, and then they start working in here, whereas the other ones just maintain that we always have room for consistent growth as they grow up. So I don't think that that is a bad idea at all, actually. Alright, so we'll keep that as it is, and oh dear, what's going on? Gallifrey. We have 20 homeless? Oh my goodness, this is... Alright. Immigration. Yeah. And not enter or leave quarantine dome. No, let's go... You know what we need to change? Oh, here's our problem. Use passages for services and using passages for work. I think we need to say you are not allowed to use these things for work. If we can do that, yeah, that will kick out a whole bunch of people. Because if they're homeless and unemployed, they'll leave. And over here, yeah, some of this population can move over. And yeah, I think we will also say passages are not allowed for work. That should be okay. Yeah, unless all of these people here were going over there for work, which is a definite possibility. Yeah. Alright, this could be a bit of a logistical nightmare while I figure this out again. What are we doing? We have vacancies. We have fewer and fewer. And jobs are on par. Okay. And over here we have tons of unemployed and a couple who are homeless. So why are they all unemployed all of a sudden? Were they working in the other dome? Let's open up all of the jobs. We'll go across here. We'll open those back up. All of the necessities should be open. You know what? Amusement park. You can open right back up again. Security station. We just have to make sure that everything is being sustained. Yeah, okay, so we have... Alright, and a few people in the sanatorium. Some people at the university. Yeah. We are... What spot are we in now? Okay, so unemployed we have 32 and homeless. So we need to get rid of a couple of jobs. And that's just to fit the... this whole issue. Alright, so we do have a little bit of extra room. Could we added some extra housing. There maybe like I don't know, it's the homelessness that's really the issue. So if we get rid of homelessness, we'll still have a ton of unemployed, so we need a job that will take a fair few workers. Maybe something with like a 3 in each, but isn't too huge. A security station, we could do a second one of those. We can't do an art workshop or that, yeah. I think it seems a little bit ridiculous, but I think a second security station may not be the worst thing at all. Either that or we go for another diner. Does everyone seem to be getting meals? Pretty sure we ended up doing an absolute ton of diners. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's at least 4. And no one seems like they're upset as to... Oh no, there is still a little bit of unhappiness with not having a meal. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. We'll go diner. There is an extra 6 jobs. We will make sure that that is up and running. That'll fix up some of the unemployment. And we will also be making sure that people are being fed on a regular basis. So that will help us out even further. Yeah, alright. What else could we do? We could also maybe put out a job in the in-between. So if we did
Great
another...
dust storm approaching.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go with a polymer factory. They're always good to have. So let's go and go to production. We'll do a polymer factory. That way people get kicked outside of the building. And don't necessarily have to go anywhere. Now we will place it as high up as we can so these guys can't accidentally start working there. This is for this dome. And then, what is it? We only need 8 more jobs. So realistically, we don't need every shift up and running. We'll just leave it at, say, the 2-day shifts. That way no one will get a nighttime penalty. Yeah, this should work out fairly well. And then the sanatorium is fine. Yeah, I think the biggest problem here is the fact... the biggest problem is that we have told people to move to this dome if they have a floor, as this is the only sanatorium. Yeah. And speaking of which, I am very glad that I just noticed this little blinky. Let's move some more people into the dome. So let's start at the left. Don't need any there. Nor there. Nor here. Alright, we're definitely going to have to double check and make sure that births are forbidden once full. Because we continually seem to be making problems for ourselves. Alright, well, you know what? I guess we're going to drop them in on Pandora. I don't really want to... I don't want to do Pandora though, really. You know what? Maybe... Let's see, how is... you guys are fairly good. You have 27. We're bringing in 30. Yeah, you know what? That's close enough to the numbers that we want. And we can do... what's... We have a bunch of job vacancies. Okay, it's actually mildly concerning just how many job vacancies we have for how many residential slots. Alright, I think we're going to can this biorobotics workshop. So we'll get rid of you. And I think we're going to put in... Alright, so that will get rid of 18 jobs. Oh, hang on a second, right. Those were jobs that we were actively using. That were counting to those numbers. Okay. Hang on. Let's, There's 3 more jobs than there are vacancies. If we... Yeah, you know what? I think we are going to cancel the destruction of that building. We're going to destroy the open-air gym. Alright, so hopefully that will happen fairly quickly. Come on. Alright, and then clear that out ASAP. We will pause the moment that that's done. Alright. Now let's go ahead and do a little bit more housing. So we're going to have an extra 30 people. That brings us up to 91. Have we cancelled any jobs within this building? You know what? The answer is no, but I don't think that will be an issue. Yes, I have an idea. What we're going to do is we're going to do a smart complex. We'll add you here. Everybody will have a house. And then if we have anyone left over, we will do one outside building. And that'll be...
New colonists have arrived.
Oh, I don't know. Something fairly... Yeah, there we are. We'll do a fungal farm. That should do fine. We'll turn you around. And we'll plug you in there. We only need one person working there anyway. It uses up a little bit of our exorbitant excess, and everyone should be able to work. Yeah, that seems like the best return on investment out of everything. Alright, and it will even give us a little bit of overflow too. So I think, all in all, that is not too bad. Alright, we're going to get to Gallifrey, but I think we're going to have to hold off until the next one for that. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.